Hello, friends. Hi, it's Denise Mendez. I'm here to speak with you about this question. I want you to ponder this for a few seconds and see if this is a um, experience that you've had, which I have had as well. So the question is, how is research specific to aphasia helpful for the aphasia community? How does this help us? Well, one of those things is one, it increases public understanding of aphasia. When we participate in these research studies, we know more about aphasia, and then we can share that with others. The other thing would be also reducing that stigma, that's the word, thank you, of aphasia. I was going to say like the scarlet letter, that A, but that wasn't that A. So anyway, but people, if you don't understand aphasia, you do think that there's like, why is that lady can't speak better than that? What's her problem? That kind of thing. I, it's another story. I'll tell you another time when I did have a problem with a clerk in a store who was mocking the way that I was speaking. Yeah. But anyway, it brings down that stigma. It helps understanding, and it also advances the understanding in the professionals, the SLPs, the doctors, any person who interacts with us. It's very important. So research helps us by spreading and sharing understanding about aphasia. Do you find that your experience as well? I know I do. Thanks. Hi, friends. It's Denise Mendez again. I'm back with that question for you. Again, how is research specific to aphasia, how is that helpful to our aphasia community? So I wanted to think about another way that research studies help us. One of those reasons is it makes the the way they treat us, our treatment in therapy, it takes it up a notch. It takes it up a little higher. We learn other strategies. They learn the SLPs, the students, if you're at one of the labs at the universities, they learn other ways to help us through these research studies. And participating in research study it's a lot of fun, but it can be tiring, but I love research. I love it. It helps us to develop these, what is it called? Evidence evidence-based therapies. It's not just something somebody made in their head and said, that should work out. No, they're actually trying this out through the research, and they say these strategies actually work. These policies, not policies, these procedures, thank you, Denise, procedures do actually work. So research helps us to get better and better and better um, ways to improve our communication and our speech. It's awesome. Whether it's interventions for speech language, whether it's different types of treatment, whether it's things with the technology added to it, it all helps us. Listen, I love research studies, but I don't do every research study that comes along because they don't necessarily meet my needs, or I don't necessarily meet the criteria for the research study, but they always help someone in our community. So I would my advice would be find one, do it, and once you get hooked on it, you're going to be like, yeah, she's right. We'll talk with you again soon. Thanks. Hello again, friends. It's Denise. I'm back. And you remember our question? Remember, we were talking about how research specific to aphasia is helpful to the aphasia community? Well, another thing that how it's helpful to us is the fact that it actually can enhance our quality of life. Okay. How many have, raise your hand, that you've participated in research study and you've had wonderful conversations with the test givers, and some of them may have been students. It's always so much, for me anyway, it's so exciting to talk with these young people who know what they want to do, and or they may not be 100% sure. Am I going to work with pediatric clients, or am I going to work with older adults, or am I going to work with seniors, whichever the case may be. I love working with these young people because they're so bright and they just want to do things to help us, It's just so great. So one of those things is, like, again, enhancing our quality of life, improving information that we have. And remember what G.I. Joe says, and knowing is half the battle. So once we get the knowledge that we need, we are empowered to do more for ourselves and for our friends in the aphasia community. I mean, how many of us have started working with advocacy groups who are working with friends with aphasia for spreading awareness? It's amazing. You get that power because now you know more and it's improving your life and you're helping others. How many of us have made good friends with from through research studies, and met people in our support groups or different things, and they've spoken to us about research that they've done. And you said, man, that might work really well for me. So I don't know, maybe you could tell, excuse me, maybe you can tell that I really like research studies and I really find them to be helpful to me, a person with aphasia. I hope that is your story as well. Have a great day and a wonderful, wonderful holiday next time.